Our first inductee started his career in football, both playing and then coaching. But once he made the shift to basketball, his legend really took off. Doing things his way produced spectacular results. For 38 seasons of basketball in the Portland Interscholastic League, there was one sure thing. Dick Gray and his Benson Techmen were the team to beat. The Benson program won 560 games and 5 state championships with Gray at the helm, but even more impressive was his role in developing the best basketball talent to ever come out of the state of Oregon. Dick Gray is a son of the PIL. He excelled at 3 sports at Roosevelt High School in the early 1940s, and then it was off to Oregon State and a 4-year career in football. Gray actually came to Benson Tech as a football coach. Well, that lasted all of 1 year. His shift to basketball in 1952 was the birth of a legend. He was an iconoclast who always did things his own way, and the results were spectacular. Gray's teams played aggressive, up-tempo basketball. His players loved it. The fans loved it. His 5 state championship teams featured a who's who of Oregon prep history. But no era captured the attention of the state more so than the early years of the 1970s. From 71 to 74, the Techmen won 3 state titles and took home 1 fourth-place trophy. Gary Gray, Ricky Lee, and UCLA-bound Richard Washington were part of perhaps the greatest teams in Oregon prep history. 10 years later, another legend, A.C. Green, and another state title. Then, 10 more years, and in the twilight of his career, Gray took another title with Cannon Chapman and Orlando Williams teaming up. When he retired with 560 victories, Dick Gray was Oregon's all-time winningest high school coach. And now, he joins the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dick Gray, right here. Well, first of all, congratulations, Dick. You have tutored so many fine young men. Can you put it in perspective for us?
Well, the first 20 years I was at Benson, we were a football school.
Yeah.
And we didn't have too many basketball players. We used the Hank Ibis system the first year. I had to learn it. But we took second place, and we had an outstanding season. We had a chance to win it all in a playoff. And Benson being a mechanical school where all the kids have their cars, we go into the playoffs at Lincoln High School, and 2 players aren't there. Our best player and a substitute. And we lost the game. They had a flat tire or something on the way to the game. So that happens to you folks. But in 1970, we started on a roll with Richard Washington and Ricky Lee and George Mays and Gary. And we went on almost all the way through the 70s with a team that could have beaten most of the small colleges around here, and maybe Oregon State and Oregon, because they were down at the time. I know that if you had combined the 2 teams, Jefferson and Benson, we would have beat Oregon and Oregon State. But we were on a roll. We were lucky. And then right after that, there was a lull for a year or 2, and then AC stepped in.
Yes.
And AC brought us back to the start. And that was quite a 10-year period.
Wow. We could go on and
Oh,
on.
yeah, there's a lot of.
There's a lot. But it's time now for you to be enshrined. Dick Gray, for all of your years at Benson, your entire career, and the young people that you had tutored, and the success that you had, you are now officially a member of the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you very much. Quite an honor.